Hi guys, POE Noob here. These days I'm exploring a trash unique bow and I found it actually had really great potential to be the core item for a new tornado shot archetype. I would call it Gluttonous tied frenzy charge stacking tornado shot. As the name suggests, the bow I'm talking about is the Gluttonous tied, a very common drop from the normal Eater boss, and nearly no one is using it for tornado shot, and very few usage for other skills. Let's first look at what it has. First, looking at its base fizz damage, crit chance, and attack speed, they are all kind of mediocre. Next, it gives 50% crit multi when you have a frenzy charge, which is nice to have, but not crazily good. What makes it special is the next two mods. First, it loses all frenzy charges on reaching maximum frenzy charges, and it makes the next bow attack to fire that many additional arrows. What it says is that if I have 10 maximum frenzy charges and have some method to generate frenzy charges, so when the frenzy charge hit the cap, it loses all of the charges, and your next bow attack fire 10 additional arrows. Of course, if you have 1 minimum frenzy charges like I have right now, it will fire 9 additional charges instead of 10. Alright, the next mod set up to 40% chance to gain a frenzy charge for each enemy you hit with critical strike, which provides you the tool to generate charges. Alright, you might have some rough idea on how to make use of these special mechanics, so we will go Raider with Frenzy Charge Ascendancy node, and we go Frenzy Charge stacking, so which will generate a lot of additional arrows, and we use Tornado Shot to make the most of these additional arrows. So that's the idea. So now let me quickly showcase how it looks like.
One of my captors felt no emotion.
So by default, I can only shoot 4 arrows. And when I started generating the frenzy charges and hit the cap, it loses all, right? And now my next attack will fire 13 arrows.
Pruning a branch can save a tree.
So that's how it works. So in mapping and bossing, the uptime for these additional arrows is actually really high. You can see.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Okay, now I'm about to start the boss fight, but be noted that all my gears right now I'm wearing, and also like the empty sockets, they are seriously under optimized, so the boss damage is probably only 1/6 of the optimized version. It might not be that impressive. That's it.
That stretches the sanity.
Okay, back to the build. As we mentioned before, we should stack frenzy charges, so that's why we have the frenzy charge rain and one Calandra's touch to save the budget. Also, we can get +1 frenzy charges from a really good rare gloves, but I'm just too lazy and I just got a corrupted unique. So now with these and some skill trees, I have enough frenzy charges. However, there are other issues we need to solve. First issue is that by using this bow, instead of a rare bow, we lost a lot of flat damage. So we resolve it by using the Forbidden Shackle with high level of Ice Bite. For example, this one, with level 33 Ice Bite and 10 Frenzy charges, it provides more than 800 flat cold damage, which is equivalent to 2 tier 2 elemental damage prefix on a rare bow. Another issue is that when the frenzy charges are lost after hitting the cap, though the next bow attack can fire additional arrows, it cannot get the benefit from the frenzy charges. And the solution is to use Relakesh's Impatience, so that the effect of all charges will always apply. The most challenging issue is that how to generate frenzy charges fast enough so that every tornado shot attack can benefit from additional arrows. So in my case, my tornado shot attacks 4 times per second. I have maximum frenzy charges as 10 and 1 minimum frenzy charge. So I need to generate 9 charges for each attack, and for 4 attacks, I need to generate 36 charges per second. So how do we generate that many per second? Well, we have several ways to push the generation as fast as possible. First, we need a nearly perfect roll on the bow for the chance to generate frenzy charge on critical hit. It also means that I need to stack crit chance to reach a high crit chance. Second, from the Raiders Ascendancy, we have 20% chance to gain a charge when hit rare or unique monsters. And third, we allocated the Mark Mastery to gain 10% chance to gain a charge when hit marked enemy. So with above, each hit can have around 70% chance to generate a charge. Then we should increase our number of hits per second. Thanks to Mana Forged Arrows support, this is made much easier. So we have 2 Mana Forged Arrow setups. So this is the first setup. We link to Tornado Shot, which can have multiple hits, and then Rain of Arrows, which can hit multiple times. And of course, Storm Rain, which can shoot beams frequently, and support them by inspiration to make the trigger more consistent. Then come to our second Mana Forge setup, which is more interesting. So we have Blast Rain, where each attack fires 7 arrows. Also, Blast Rain is a great cast on crit trigger skill. So we use cast on crit support here to trigger spells with high hit rate. And of course, the Firestorm of Pelting has really high hit rate. Alright, with all those combined, we can generate frenzy charges really fast so that nearly every tornado shot attack can benefit from the huge number of additional arrows. As a side note, since we have so many hits per second, it can be really insane if you have a life gain on hit Watcher's Eye, which can recover your full life bar within 1 second. Yep, so that's the concept for this build. Now you might ask, how does this archetype compare with the current popular tornado shot builds? Well, I did not have a clear answer for that yet, because I came up with this idea only 2 days ago, and I'm still figuring out the best way to build it. Also, it's not easy to have an apple-to-apple comparison between 2 archetypes. However, here are some high-level thoughts. So first of all, with multi-mirror budget, the fizz to cold conversion omniscience tornado shot is just too powerful to compete. And second, at less than 1 mirror budget, this Gluttonous tied frenzy charge stacking archetype has very competitive DPS and better defense. So I theory crafted around probably 300 div budget version, and from the POB, the DPS can be 100 million by assuming 80% of the tornado shot arrows will hit. And defense-wise, it has 50k evasion, 10k armor, capped suppression, capped chaos res, and ailment immune, and of course crazy life gain on hit. At around 100 div budget, I also crafted a POB where the DPS is 30 million. I will put both POBs in the description. However, for League Star scenarios, I'm not sure how it compares with traditional tornado shot or lightning arrow setup, because for League Star, it's hard to get the Ice Bite Forbidden Shackle, and the DPS loss is huge. Again, I'm still exploring this build. For example, for Ascendancies, Trickster seems to have good potential because of the node that gives 2 maximum frenzy charges. Slayer can also be potential because it has +1 frenzy charge and maximum endurance charges is equal to max frenzy charge, so that we can get 40% physical damage reduction from the endurance charges. I still need some time to keep studying into this build. I might make a full guide in the future once I'm confident about my knowledge about it. Let me know if you have any questions or any genius ideas to push this build further. Thanks for watching.